Do you work a minimum wage job and are too broke to afford gas? Well, me too. That's why I'll never afford an electric car, and neither should you. Electric cars are a little more expensive than normal cars. Well, actually, they're a lot more expensive. But you know what? That pays off in the long run, as you'll be saving more money by charging your car than paying for the ever-rising costs of gas. According to this site, it is estimated that you could save approximately $15,000 annually by charging a car instead of buying gas. Plus, the thought of not having to drag yourself out of bed to go gas up your rig, you could just waddle out to the garage and plug that puppy in. You're good to go. Now a word from my smart friend Chris. Chris, what do you think about electric cars?
Electric cars are environmentally friendly. Matthew, I really don't want to do this.
Well, now that we've had a look at what other people think about electric cars, let's go over some pros and cons. Electric cars use stored chemical energy that they release electrochemically without any kind of combustion, which is why electric cars are better for the environment, at least in the case of gas pollution. There's no burning fuel, no air pollution bursting from the tailpipe, and no visible emissions of any kind are produced by the car itself.
That's no good.
The same cannot be said for the creation of electric cars. They use materials that have caused genocide and strip mining to happen because they're so rare and valuable. So we're already on a low for the materials and we're using them for electric cars of all things. What a time to be alive. To make one of these, you need aluminum, barium, cobalt, copper, dysprosium, iron, neodymium, niobium, silicon steel, terbium, and whatever, I give up. This word, I better not see any of you out there nodding your heads pretending to know what any of those words are, because you don't, and if you do, why are you still in high school? Go be an engineer or something. Anyway, the most costly thing required to make one of these bad boys is an EV battery. What do we put in an EV battery? Lithium. Where do we get lithium? It is concentrated in Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, the DRC, is the world's most dominant source of cobalt and lithium. Here's the catch though, over 40,000 children are put to work in the DRC's arsenal lithium and cobalt mines. So, it's not only horrible to children, but it's also illegal because of child labor. So, on the Matrix, it says that I need to show it in action, so, here you go.
いうタイプのスポーツセダン。いやー、煙出るんだ。この辺がミスあれだよね。モーターに取ると思う。あれね、やっぱりこんな風にビューッと。いってる。繰り返せ。いくね。とってもできるね、この男。すごいね。これ見たことないですよ、こんなの。
Wasn't that delightful? What's that? It says I need a diagram. Sick, isn't the power of editing so cool? Another thing I'd like to address, which car is objectively better? First, let me ask you a question. Why does a car need energy? Stupid question, you're probably thinking, and you're right. Let me ask you this instead. Where does the energy come from? It's either gasoline, which is the old way, or battery, which is the new way. So which one is more efficient? Burning a single gallon of gasoline gives you 32 megajoules of energy in your everyday compact car. That'll take you about 30 to 40 miles. Pretty decent. On the other hand, a lithium-ion battery of the same size as the gasoline will only provide you with, if you guessed 3 megajoules of energy, you'd be right. Yeah, you heard me. It'll get you barely 3 miles. That doesn't seem like the electric car is very cool now, does it?
People who've been in the rocketry business for decades.
Now, let me tell you this. With gas cars, when you use gas, you create kinetic energy for the car to be able to move forward. With an electric car, scientists have been able to figure out how to optimize your electric car by reusing some of the battery energy and continuing to recycle it. The term is formally known as regenerative braking. Here's a quick part of a video of Rhett Lane explaining regenerative braking.
Here I have a hand crank generator. I can hook this up to a light bulb, just like this. Now, when I turn the crank, it's going to generate electricity and light the bulb. But if you look inside, you see something that looks kind of like an electric motor. Well, what happens if I connect this to a battery? So this device in here, when you run electric current through it, acts like a motor. If I turn it, it acts like a generator. This is exactly how the motors in an electric car work to produce regenerative braking.
See, regenerative braking can be used to refuel your battery and keep your car running for much longer than gas can. Anyway, that's my physical science final. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great summer, everyone.